Well, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I am absolutely delighted to be here, completely inappropriately dressed. But that's what happens when you go to a lot of different events. For some of those things, you're appropriately addressed, and some of those things you're not, Bob. I'm glad to be here with the Ward 4 Council Member Muriel Bowser. How about a big hand for Council Member Bowser? Our DPR Director, Jesus Aguirre. The ANC Commissioner, Dwayne Tolliver. The person who's been a great advocate for this project among many, Rabbi Hertzfeld. And the Civic Association President, I hope I don't butcher his name, John Pilsninsky. Did I come close? Okay. I only had to practice it 3 times. Well, listen, we're here for a wonderful purpose today. And here is a big part of the purpose right here. Our young people who will get to use this wonderful new playground. It is absolutely delightful, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you look at the walking track, you look at the, you look at the field, and it is a wonderful new amenity for Sheppard Park, and of course right behind the school here, which has such a storied history of educating our kids. I just have to wonder if we would have this many people out here today if the Redskins were playing. You think not, huh? Do you think they're going to beat Dallas tomorrow night? Yeah. Absolutely. Who would have thought that they would have won the first 2 games? Not me, I'll be honest with you. But I am a longtime Redskin fan. I keep hope alive, and I actually think that they're going to win tomorrow night. So let's all tune in to the Monday night game and root the home team on. In any event, there are so many amenities out here as a part of this park, and we're absolutely delighted to have done it. And it's one of these projects that just started in May of 2011, and worked over the summer and got it done in time for there to continue to be at least probably another couple of months of really good weather out here for people to be able to enjoy it. In addition to all the new playground equipment, the soccer field, the track around here, there are things for adults also, adult fitness equipment. I know all the adults will be out here using that, right? Yeah. And it's ADA accessible also. As somebody who used to work in the field of disability, I have an enormous appreciation for what it means to be sensitive to those who may be physically challenged, and making sure that these facilities are accessible to folks who have those particular needs. We also have new fencing. We have shade trees. And by the way, not to get all off on this today, but we are working on a new sustainable DC plan for those who are very much into environmentally conscious issues, and we will be releasing that plan in just a few months that I think will make us, put us near the top, if not at the top, in terms of sustainability in the nation. We have a new irrigation system, and we have new water fountains. Overall, we just have a nice new facility out here that will serve our kids. We'll serve our kids, we'll serve our teens, we'll serve our young adults, and I will serve our seasoned adults. I can't think of a more euphemistic way to state it than that. And we've got a few people who want to speak to you today, and we're going to start with our council member from Ward 4, Council Member Muriel Bowser.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, good afternoon, Sheppard Park. It's wonderful to see you all here, and it's wonderful to have this day to dedicate this beautiful park, and we're just delighted to welcome Mayor Gray to our beautiful park. Let's give Mayor Gray a big round of applause. And Mayor Gray is quite right that all the folks who came together and pulled together to plan the park did a wonderful job once they got started in May, and actually delivered this park sooner than we thought. We thought it wasn't going to be ready until October, and here we are before October dedicating the new park. But we know that this story started about 3 years ago. And like so many projects in Ward 4, the community came together and said, Bowser, we need a new playground in Sheppard Park. Bowser, we don't have enough program recreation activities in Sheppard Park. Bowser, what are we going to do about it? And this was a group of dads that met in the living room on a Saturday, and I will always remember the day because it was my father's birthday on October 5th, and that was 3 years ago. So now before this October 5th, we have the beautiful new Sheppard Playground and Park. Let's hear it for our park. So for the dads of Sheppard Park, the friends of the Sheppard Park, who we'll hear from later when we hear from John Plasinski, but I really want to give a special thank you to the ANC Commissioner, Dwayne Tolliver. Let's hear it for Dwayne Tolliver. Dwayne really put in a lot of hard work, used all of his negotiation skills and charm, and I appreciate everything that he's done to get us to this day. But I really also want to thank the professional staff, friends, and all the workers of our Parks and Recreation Department, and they're represented today by their director, Jesus Aguirre. Let's hear it for Jesus Aguirre and neighbor. Because I think it's safe to say that you've outdone yourself with this park. We just couldn't be more delighted, and while I saw all the plans coming together, and I know that the director would acknowledge all the DPR staff who were involved, and even former DPR staff. I see Jason Turner here. I think you were at one of the first meetings. This is really spectacular, and it exceeds all of my expectations. So I want to thank you and thank all the neighbors for being here. And not only we're going to enjoy this park, we're going to take care of it, aren't we? We're going to take care of our park. Thank you, everybody.
All right, we've acknowledged our ANC commissioner, so why don't we have him come up and say a few words. Commissioner Dwayne Tolliver.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tell you, it's a beautiful day. I wanted to thank Mayor Gray and the administration, the director of DPR for putting this on a fast track. We weren't actually expecting to open until October. We're very blessed and pleased with that. I specifically also want to recognize, acknowledge, and thank Councilmember Bowser for all of her hard work and her diligence, her staff's efforts at helping us to move this project forward. But the Friends of Sheppard Park, like Councilmember Bowser said, is really started by a bunch of dads, and there's some moms. So I want to definitely ask, if you are in that group, can you raise your hand? Josh, and there you go. All the dads, okay. There are several folks who aren't here today, but we encourage you to come and join the Friends of Sheppard Park Recreation. We want to have a partnership with Sheppard Elementary School and DPR. We're operating now under MOU with DPR. We're going to maintain the property, but it's you every day. It's the citizens and the residents that come here and the business owners that support this. We need your support. It's the greatest thing to see kids playing in a safe and clean and beautiful environment. We again thank the administration, Councilmember Bowser, the Friends Group, all the neighbors who've kicked in, and we're going to continue to work to try to make it better. I'm going to stop talking and let you guys enjoy the property. Thanks again.
Thank you, Commissioner Tolliver. He too has been mentioned several times already, and that is our DPR director, Jesus Aguirre, who also was joined by our Office of Public Education Facilities Modernization in this effort, now directed by Ollie Harper. So I'm going to ask them if they would come up and say a few words to you, starting with Jesus.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I want to thank the mayor for his support all around. But I also want to mention one thing. Although I love Sheppard Park, as the council member said, that this was my home up until recently. I was in the neighborhood. I'm still in Ward 4. But the other reason somebody just asked me, I think a young woman doing some interviewing for Howard University said, well, why did we pick this specific community? And although, again, I think this is a fantastic community, what the mayor has been doing across the city is really trying to make sure that these types of wonderful state-of-the-art facilities are being put in across the city. So this is just one of at least a half dozen beautiful parks that under the mayor's leadership we're putting in and really creating a vibrant center for these communities. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your commitment to that. Yes. I definitely also want to thank the DPR staff, as a council member mentioned. I think Brent Sisko's not here, but everywhere I go, every project that he's been involved in, somebody pulls me aside and says, I want to thank you for all the hard work that Brent Sisko does. So I want to acknowledge him. I don't think he was able to make it here today. He works very closely with the community to making this happen. Bridget Stesney, I know, was running around chasing her own kids somewhere on the field, so she's around here somewhere. There she is. And then, of course, our program staff. We actually are putting this field to good use. Sean Clark, our soccer director, is out there doing clinics today, so we want to acknowledge him. And our Ward 4 manager, Mark Thomas, is in the back. So thank them for everything they're doing. I also want to acknowledge our partners in this great project. So this is a great model for city agencies working together. DPR is obviously responsible for the Parks and Recreation, but we worked with the Office of Public Education Facilities Modernization, being led by Director Harper, to actually implement this field. So they're the ones that actually did the building. We worked closely with them and with the community to get the design going, but they did all of the work on the back end and brought this in not just looking beautiful, but as everyone has said, they brought it in about a month ahead of schedule. So thank you, Director Harper, and your staff. I see Marcos Miranda in the back, who's very patient when we push and push and push. So I think that then finally, of course, I want to acknowledge the work of the community. Obviously, you know, the Commissioner Dwayne and the Friends of groups and all of the community members who literally have been working closely with the Department of Parks and Recreation over the last 3 years to build a park that I think really captures everything that truly represents this community. So there's obviously the great playgrounds for the kids of all ages, the new shade structures, the picnic pavilions that allow folks to come in and commune together, the exercise equipment for the adults, and then of course this beautiful state-of-the-art all-weather field will allow us to really just maximize the use of this great park. So with that, I just want to thank everyone for coming out today. I want to also thank the rabbi for helping us host this event. I think he's going to come up in a bit, but thank you so much for you and the entire group for helping us be here today. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to be very brief, but I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our city administrator, Alan Liu, who isn't here with us today, but Alan Liu was responsible for creating the partnership between OPFM and Parks and Recreation. And as you travel, like I do, across the city, you see our schools being modernized, but you see these wonderful parks, and you really get a sense, like you do today, of how important they are to the community. And it really becomes as we go across the city, I think it's become a competition. And I hope you good folks here at Sheppard Park and in this community understand that you now are setting the bar and you're at the top of that competition, so everyone now is holding us to a new standard. So I hope you can enjoy your park and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
All right, the Friends of Sheppard Park played an instrumental role in this, and John Pilsninsky. Did I get it right that time? Hey, I'm working on it. Please join me in welcoming the president who helped lead the community in getting us to where we are today. Come on up, John.
Well, I just wanted to join in the chorus of thanking everybody who was involved. I see my role as a fairly small one in the grand scheme of things. It was really just a matter of sort of working in a partnership to address the issues that we thought the community would want to see in this new facility, and some of the issues that maybe the community wasn't so interested in seeing. But I really wanted to thank Rabbi Hertzfeld as well, because as a fledgling group, we're still getting our feet on the ground, and as everybody's mentioned, we are in the process of trying to get more funding. So we weren't able to host an event like this at this stage, but we look forward to doing something like this in the very near future. So I just wanted to say thanks once again to everybody who's helped make this a reality, from a meeting with Councilman Member Bowser several years ago to a reality in just a very short period of time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And a number of us have mentioned Rabbi Hertzfeld, and I think he's known to everyone in this community and a lot of people across the city. He's a good friend. He's somebody who deeply cares about this city, and we want to have him come up and speak now. Please join me in welcoming Rabbi Hertzfeld.
Mr. Mayor, Councilmember Bowser, we just want to thank you.
There we go, straight on.
We just want to thank the mayor, the council member, and really all the people in the government and the citizens who worked so hard to make this project a reality. As the rabbi of the synagogue across the street, which has more than 300 families, most of them living within walking distance of this park, when I walk here on a Saturday afternoon and I see this park filled with children of all different religions, races, ethnicities, I'm almost moved to tears. And as the father of 6 children just a few blocks away from here, believe me when I tell you how much we appreciate it. So we'd like to just offer as a small token of our appreciation to the mayor and to the council member, my daughter, one of my daughters and one of my sons is going to present some flowers to the mayor and to Councilmember Bowser, and also some honey because it is our new year coming up in just a few days, and we want to wish everybody who's involved with this project and also all of our neighbors and friends a happy and a healthy, sweet new year.
I'll take that.
Thank you.
All right, Shia.
Shia, give us some-
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Shia.
I have to tell you, this is the first of these events I've ever been to where I got flowers and honey presented to me.
We'll just have to do another one.
Absolutely, yeah, let's do another one.
Got some ideas.
In any event, I think we're going to gather now to do the official ribbon cutting and continue to enjoy this fantastic new facility that's been created here.